So Chris Paul recently just turned 37 years old, and he's killing it in the playoffs right now. And you have LeBron James, who's going at 37 years old. He put up 30 points a game this season. You have Carmelo Anthony having a resurgence for the Lakers this year. And so I went back and looked at the 10 oldest players in the NBA right now who are still active getting PT. And I wanted to look back and see, what their effectiveness on the court is looking like. So let's hop into it. So first up, we have LaMarcus Aldridge coming in at 36 years old and 295 days. Now, he's been a 16-year pro. He currently plays for the Brooklyn Nets. He's averaging 13 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 1 assist a game. Now, he was playing really well for the Brooklyn Nets like a year ago. Then he had a heart issue, so then he retired, and then he unretired, and now he's back with the Brooklyn Nets. And who knows what's going to happen with that team since they were an absolute disaster this season. He didn't get any PT in the playoffs, which I didn't actually know this dude was averaging 13 points a game. That's a hell of a lot more than a lot of the guys they played that series, so I don't know what's going to happen to him. He's obviously slow-footed and can't play much defense, but I know he's still got that post jumper on lock, and that mid-range pull-up is still going to be good for them. So let's see what happens to him. He might call it a career. He might not. He is putting up pretty good numbers, so I can see him being effective somewhere, just maybe not Brooklyn where they have no defense to begin with. Next up, we have Trevor Ariza. He's coming in at 36 years old and 314 days. Now, he's been an 18-year pro, and he currently plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. That is a trend you are going to see in this video. And this season, he averaged 4 points, 3.4 rebounds, 1.1 assists. I kind of forgot he was on the Lakers, honestly. I saw him hit like 1-3 this entire season. Still an impactful player, good locker room guy, good 3-and-D guy still. So we'll see if he gets another chance from another team. After this season, this performance, you don't really know. He was also part of a disastrous team in the Lakers. So maybe you put him on a different team and he's going to be more of a productive player. But at this point in his career, he's kind of just a locker room guy. Next, we have Taj Gibson coming in at 36 years old and 320 days. Now, he's been a 13-year pro, currently plays for the New York Knicks, and he's been averaging 4 points, 3.4 rebounds, 1.1 assists. A good locker room guy, again, really not any outstanding numbers. He's been Tibbs' guy for years. He played for Tibbs on the Bulls, played for Tibbs for the T-Wolves. Now he plays for Tibbs in New York. I feel like that's the reason why he's in New York right now, because of Tom Thibodeau. All in all, still a good pro, amazing career. He's probably going to re-sign with the Knicks next season just to be a locker room guy and get some run-in and blowout games. Pretty much that's Taj Gibson right now. Now moving on to Chris Paul, who recently had his 37th birthday. He's 37 years old and 4 days during the recording of this video. If I miss a couple days, I'm off a couple days. Don't come at me. He's been a 17-year pro. He currently plays for the Phoenix Suns, and he's averaging 14.7 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 10.8 assists. Now, he's being a very impactful player on the Phoenix Suns, unlike a lot of the players on this list. He is having a great season, and currently they're about to go in the Game 7 versus the Dallas Mavericks, so we'll see what happens with that. But man, this boy deserves a ring. I hope he gets it this season. And moving on from that. Next, we have PJ Tucker at 37 years old and 5 days. He's got 1 day up on Chris Paul. He's been a 16-year pro, currently plays for the Miami Heat and averaging 7.6 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 1 assist a game. And according to my knowledge, I would say he's probably the most third or fourth impactful player on this list. I mean, he still is a terrific defender. He's kind of slow-footed now, but he's still a very, very solid wing defender. Can hit the corner three like he's always been able to do in his career, and he fits that Miami Heat culture so perfectly. I think he signed a 2-year deal with them, so he's definitely going back next season. And, if I was Miami Heat, I would definitely welcome him back. He's been a very impactful player for them. Next, we have Paul Millsap coming at 37 years old and 89 days. He's been a 16-year pro, currently plays for the Philadelphia 76ers, and he's averaged 3.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 1 assist. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I think he should call it a career. I watched him play in Philly when they first got Harden, and when B went out for a little bit. And that boy could barely jump up onto the court. So I don't know if his career is really going to go much farther than it is now. All in all, he's been a multi-time All-Star, very, very good player. Very good career for Paul Millsap. I don't think it's going to continue after this season, especially now since Philadelphia is out of the playoffs. And he didn't get any PT that series, so probably done. Next, we have the one and only LeBron James, 37 years old, 131 days, 19-year pro, plays for Los Angeles Lakers, and he averaged 30.3 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 6.2 assists. Now we all know who LeBron James is. I don't need to go much more. This dude's gonna play till he's 50 years old probably. So there's not really much more to say. Averaging 30 in his 19th year in the league, 37 years old. I mean, you don't know what to expect coming in the next season or the season after that. You just know he's going to be pretty good. Moving on from that, we have his teammate, another Los Angeles Laker, Carmelo Anthony, coming in at 37 years old in 346 days. He's a 19-year pro as well, same draft class as LeBron. We know this. He also plays Los Angeles Lakers, averaged 13.3 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 1 assist a game. Now, this dude provides you not a lick on the defensive end, but a very good catch-and-shoot three-point player. Most games kind of getting away from him. He's just mainly a catch-and-shoot offensive player now, which is very valuable in this league still. All in all, I think Melo can re-sign with another team looking for a little bit of spark of offense off the bench like he provided the Lakers this year. And yeah, I think he can play in the year 20. We'll see what happens with him next year and what team wants him, because I don't know if he's going back to the Lakers with the mess they are right now. And after that, we have Andre Iguodala, 38 years old in 102 days, 18-year pro, currently plays for the Golden State Warriors, averaged 4 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 3.7 assists. We know who Iguodala is at this point. He's just like a locker room guy, can play some good defense. Just really knows that Warriors offense, so that's why he's still productive, because he just knows the Golden State system, so you can flourish in it. But right now he's like having some neck issue. Look, they're calling it a neck issue. I just think it's because he's old as hell. For NBA standards, of course. So I don't know if he's going to be a player next year in the NBA. I think he's going to be somewhere on that Golden State somewhere on that Golden State bench. I don't know if it's going to be as a player or as a coach, trainer, defensive coach, whatever it may be. Finally, speaking about bench players, speaking about assistant coaches and just paying the guy to be there, Udonis Haslem for the Miami Heat. The dude's 41 years old, 335 days, almost 42 years old at this point, 18-year pro, plays for the Miami Heat. Averaged 2.5 points, 1.9 rebounds, 0.3 assists. Now, normally, I would say this guy is done. His career's wraps, but the Miami Heat just keep wanting to pay him and take up a roster spot. I think he's trying to beat out LeBron for last in the league the longest. And the Miami Heat going to keep paying him. Again, a locker room guy. He tried to, he would always stick up for his teammates and also fight Jimmy Butler when he needs to be fought. And other than that, yeah, Udonis Haslem is kind of just there on the locker room. And they're on the bench and gets PT and blowouts. So that pretty much wraps up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If this was fun for y'all, leave it a like, subscribe. If you didn't care about any of this, then you probably clicked off beforehand.